Hi, my name is Violetta. I'm the Director of Customer Success here at Gather, and I'm back here with a second video in our three-part video installment about Gather contracts. We talked about the digital showroom in the last video, and then today we're covering the main portion of it, which is the actual contract itself. So we'll talk about how to use the contract builder in Gather to create your custom contracts to help with your families. So one thing I'm passionate about is Gather, obviously, but I'm also passionate about coffee. So I've got mine ready to go here, and let's get started. So first thing we'll do when we grab your contract copy, your statement of goods and services, is we want to make sure that we match it as much as possible in the Gather account. Quick disclaimer is we obviously can't have your exact copy of the contract, especially if you customize it yourself, or maybe it's just a different layout. We do our best though. So if we go under the goods and services section here, the first tab in this back office that you can customize everything is the contract builder itself. And so this is going to kind of like give you a sample, an example layout of where your contract will look like. And from here, we can literally customize anything to do with what's inside the actual contract copy. So first we go through and take all of your legal language that you want to be added to the top and the bottom of the contract. Any disclaimers we need to add for you and your state will be here at the bottom below the total as well. And then also, if there's any kind of language around the different categories of the contracts, we have the three main ones here, which is professional services, merchandise, and cash advance items. And then the very top left, you'll see all of your different packages. So what you'll notice here too is you can definitely either configure your disclaimers if you need to add more or remove some. Also, you can see that under the packages as well as the professional services items, you do have the little orange drag and drop options here. So you can always change the order of items. What this means is regardless of how or when the item or service was added to the contract, it will always be in that specified order if you'd like to. The merchandise section and the cash advance section doesn't have the drag and drop options. It is organized by either in the order that were added on the GPL or by price, as you filter through that way for either low to high or high to low. And then going down, once you have all of your actual products and services organized, at the bottom it will show you your signatures. So you can always customize what the family fills in. You can add an extra custom field if you need to, and also what the funeral home is going to sign off on as well. And then by default, we do have it set up so the packages do break down individual line items and the pricing of all the items and products within that package. If you do want to overwrite that feature, that default feature, you can always come in here and do that below here. And then that way it will just say included. So the best thing about this is obviously we will do our best to match it, and primarily just around the language and layout of all of your products and services. And then when you actually go back and look at your contracts on a real case with the family, we'll use Cary Grant here. We'll just jump into the contract. So we already talked about the showroom here. We go to the contract section, and then we have that layout, but now this is the layout of this contract for this family in real time. So everything we already added on here by going through digital showroom will be on here as well. Any other last minute changes you can always do from here to either remove items, adjust the price, add any additional notes, things like that. And then you can simply add people from the family who are in charge of either signing off on the contract or making payments. You can add them onto here. By default, any family helper added to the case does not show the contract until you actually give permission to do so, just to make sure that the right people have eyes on this and have those specified permissions for each family member or friend that's helping out with the services. And then once everything is finalized with the contract, you can come in here and print it out. You can print either a draft copy for the family to take home with them, or you can do an official contract where it will lock the contract as finished and complete, and you can either print it out or send it off by e-signature using auto forms. So once this is locked, aka frozen, what that means is any further changes on the contract will be made as revisions, and it'll be in a different color to help you keep track of those changes made after the initial contract was finalized. And you can have that paper trail and documentation in the app for everyone to see. So if we go in here and maybe adjust the price, it's going to allow us to do that. Apply that discount. It will say it's frozen. We're going to unfreeze it. And then there we go. The adjustments made in orange, meaning it was a revision done after the initial final contract. So this keeps everybody on track. It makes it easier for your families to see the contract, to either have it printed out and signed off in person. You could have this sent using the auto forms feature, like I said, by e-signature, and everyone's on the same page and has visibility to what is happening before payments are collected. If you want to learn more about the contract itself and how we can take your copy of the contract and what it will look like in Gather, or just have further information for the demo, you can go to our website at www.gather.app and request your demo. Or call our sales line at 888-492-2697. Thanks so much, and keep watching for the final video in this series, which is going to talk about the payments and how those collections I made in Gather.